Okay guys, we've got some fantastic news. So in the last video, you saw me put together a live food culture for babies. And here is that live food culture, working really well. All the eggs at the top. Now, one thing I just noticed when I came over to here, look right next to it, it's our old pair again. They are doing absolutely great job of protecting this corner. I guess I set up something that everyone likes. That can only be the explanation for it. But yeah, I mean, it's great to see. I mean, this is the first time they've decided that the filter inlet pipe would be a good idea. I guess it's the location, because when you look, it's right over in that corner and it sort of looks like it's the best area to defend, isn't it? Look, all the other fish have been pushed over to this side temporarily. I haven't seen any aggression yet. These sort of guys, they seem to know just to stay away. But hopefully we get some good results. Maybe, maybe not. Remember last time this happened, I said I was going to set up a temporary tank for them to go in so that they could do sort of like a bit of breeding with it. Since I did that, I've not seen any egg activity happening. This guy seems to be going to town on these, maybe eating them, maybe I'm getting too close, I don't know. If they go, they go, but at least we know they're still breeding. Like I say, they stopped breeding for a while, so I was a little bit worried that had ended. That's why I didn't set up a separate tank. But then if they continue to keep making eggs like this, then I will eventually set something up. Looks great, doesn't it? Everything's going really good in this tank as well. So I think it's a really good time to use some of the brine shrimp. I'm not really sure how much to use, so I'm just going to take a turkey baster, just take some out and yeah, just go for it. Okay, so I was noticing that a lot of the brine shrimp were just sort of sitting near the top where all this sort of scummy egg casings are, and I saw on Aquarium Co-op channel Corey saying that if you put a light down like this that brine shrimp are attracted to it, and actually that's happening. Look, they're all coming down. There's so many in there, and that was only a tiny little spoonful really. I probably don't even need as much as I used because I've only got a couple of tanks that need to be fed like sort of every day. I suppose the more the better, and because I barely used any, I've got so much of a supply, to be honest, but this is great. I'll just leave this for a minute just whilst they all collect even more over in that area. Yeah, because this was chock-a-block just a minute ago. This was like an inch thick with just orange, but now they're all coming down. Good. Nice, well I'm really happy that's been a success. I've wanted to do that for a long time. I don't know why I put it off, because it's a lot more simple than I thought it was going to be. But this isn't the only sort of system with small fish, is it? I mean, most of my systems are, but especially the ecosystem aquarium. Let's just pile it in there and just watch these little endlers go nuts. Oh, there we go, look, they are absolutely everywhere. I think the fish are going to love these. Yeah, they seem to be going for it already. So we've got tons in here already at the moment. And I've actually turned off the flow so I could just see it all, see the behaviour of the fish a bit more without them being blown around. I mean, I will turn that back on. I won't do that every time. Just for the purposes of watching this video. Those reflections are bad. I should have turned off the light, shouldn't I? But it's okay, you get the idea. This is how it looks at the end of the day. There's so much going on, loads of action. We've got so many babies in here at the moment as well. So all those babies are doing like just as well as you'd expect. And behind me here you can see a brand new setup. This is going to be for the Platies. Remember, not too long ago, all of a sudden, my Platy tank appeared with Platies, and I was so overjoyed, and I want to give them their own little space. And this, of course, is the Platy tank, which is doing so good. I'm loving it. No algae. Look at that glosso down on the bottom there. It's actually carpeting everywhere. We've got the Hydrocotyl Japan just floating out. Ugh, I need to trim it. I definitely need to trim this. I hate trimming plants. They take so long to grow, and I hate trimming them, but I've got to do it. But look, here's all the babies. They're doing so good. We've got like 10 there, 20 maybe? I don't know. It's so hard to even keep count of them, because when you think you've counted them, more will appear. Like some just appear out of here sometimes as well when I'm having a closer look. Not at the moment though, because obviously I just said that, so it won't happen. But yeah, such a cool tank. I really like keeping these fish as well. So this is the first time keeping Platies, and I wanted to do their own setup, and I think it's turned out really well. But it's something about putting the babies in a smaller tank, letting them grow out a bit. I can feed them a bit better, you see. I don't want to overfeed the tank because we'll get a ton of algae. At the same time, I feel like I could have brought these babies along a little bit quicker. But they are doing well, don't get me wrong. Let's try and get a real close-up. See if the focus will let me, because they are so small. Oh, they're the cutest little things in the world as well, aren't they? Look at him or her. I'm not even sure if they're sort of sexable at this size. Probably are. Some of the more sort of experts out there will be able to tell me straight away, probably. You're looking for the same signs that you see with a guppy, you see, which is that sort of spiky undertail. But yeah, anyway, this is what I've set up for them so far. This is the hardscape. Just a nice big piece, some twigs, couple of rocks. I really like it. Going to keep it nice and simple. Epiphytes, stems, and, well, that's just normal planting, isn't it, if I'm honest? Should look really good though, nice and tidy. And obviously it's not a massive tank, look, see, so I'm going to be using it as a grow out for those. I'll probably take a lot of them back to the shop that I got them for and just let them sell them on. I mean, it's pure profit for them, nice content for me, and it's enjoyable as well for, you know, seeing them grow and doing something you've not done before. Oh, and a quick crib update for you guys as well. So some of you are saying that if I hadn't have removed the diver fish, that the babies wouldn't have eaten. It was just their parental instincts keeping them from eating them. Well, I removed the diver fish after the fry had been eaten or disappeared or starved, or I'm not even sure what happened there. Again, my own inexperience. You know, we've got the brine shrimp now. In fact, I'm going to feed some into here so that these guys know that there's like more food available as well. I don't really know if it's going to make a difference, but you know, we've got the brine shrimp. We might as well use them. Right, there we go, look, there's absolutely tons of them in here. So apparently it's not just small fish that will eat the brine shrimp, big fish eat them as well, which is cool. So these guys are very aware that they're there now, look, they're already eating them. Where's the female? Is she still in her little cave? You in there, my sweet? Yeah, there she is, look, yeah. So she's now going to be aware as well that there's food for her babies to peck at. Definitely within the next few days, going to start to see some new babies emerging, and to be honest, I'm going to keep an eye on them for a few weeks just like before, and then pick the right time to take them out. I think it's going to be a really good idea to set up some kind of, I don't know, nursery tank. Doesn't have to be anything big. And in fact, over here, look, I've got another tank right there empty that we can do something in, so that'd be cool. So I suppose the best way to set up a nursery tank would be with like a sponge filter in it, something like that. Really bare, so lots of water changes, that kind of thing. But to me that sounds really boring, so you know, I'll probably be doing some kind of fully planted setup for it. I can't resist. If I've got an empty tank, I've got to do something with it, and so look forward to that coming up soon. If you haven't already, click the like and subscribe button, blah 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 blah. See you on the next one.